Mom guilt is a real thing. So real. I'm feeling it hard these days sometimes. I am a full-time stylist behind the chair. I am a salon owner, and I am a mom to two beautiful children who have the busiest schedules ever. So let me tell you a little story about what happened yesterday. Yesterday was one of those days where I decided I really need to set these boundaries with some of my clients. Not because they're taking advantage of me, but because they ask me little things like, hey, I'm running late. I had to stay after work. Can I still come to my appointment? And I always want to say yes. Like, yeah, it's okay. We'll make it work. Yeah, come on, we'll make it work. So yesterday I had a client who ended up staying after at work, and she was about an hour late to her appointment. Sometimes I'm able to take a client like that, and me and my assistants could get her out of there in a timely manner. But yesterday, I needed to be able to take my kids to soccer practice at a certain time. And in my head, I'm thinking, well, maybe I can have my mom take them to soccer practice, and I'll stay and do my client's hair. And then it really hit me, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to be the one as their mom to take them to soccer practice. So I needed to set those boundaries. I let my client know, I'm really sorry, I have to be out of the salon by 5:15 today. If you still want to come, I will go ahead and put your root color on, and you can go wash your hair at home. Now, don't come after me for this, but she's been my client for many, many years, and we were just doing a gray root retouch. We use the same formula all the time. So it was like, hey, let's just do this for today. And she was like, okay, I understand. Not a problem. Let's do it. And of course, she was just a little bummed that she can get her hair washed and blow dried at the salon, because we all love that part of the service. But she was very understanding that I needed to be there for my kids. So we go to soccer practice, and I am there. And within an hour of the practice, my daughter gets injured, like really bad. And I had to rush her to the emergency room. And as I'm driving to the emergency room, I'm thinking, if I had said yes to that client, it really would have been like saying no to my kids. That's how it feels. So I'm so thankful I was actually there for my daughter. We get to the emergency room. Long story short, she broke her clavicle like in half at practice. Can you imagine if I wasn't there as her mother? So it was a really long night. This morning I woke up super early in the morning. I had a brand new client on my schedule, one I've never met before, and I had a regular on my schedule, and both of them I messaged. I apologized. I don't ever like to reschedule clients. I don't like to do that. I like to be professional. I like to be there when I say I'm going to be there. I like to show up for my clients. So it was really tough. I didn't want them to think I was lying or making up an excuse. Like, all these things go through your head, but both of them were very understanding. We're able to reschedule them. But I am just so grateful that I did decide to put my foot down and set that boundary. And you know what? My clients are very respectful of my time. And when I said I couldn't do it, they completely understood. So actually setting that boundary was something I just had to do. It wasn't even something that my clients would push back on. I just had to make that conscious decision to do it. As a working mom, I'm trying to give 100% to my kids and 100% to my job at the same time. And I think the only way to really be able to do that is to actually set those boundaries and stick to them.